Okay, so today we're going to start routing. So anyone having idea what is routing? What are you getting from the term route? Not in the Angular concept or any software line or anything. Just normal English to Hindi word.
Circular, sir.
Circular. Okay, any other? Not circular,
Rotation, sir.
not rotation. Routing means a route, correct? Like a suppose
Connection.
it what
Connection.
connection? No, means like a train route. Okay, like that from where the means from where to where the train is going, like that. So route means a path on which is something is driving, something going on, correct? So so not in normal that so in normal HTML, suppose you have to move from one page to another page. What you was doing? How we was moving?
Help of anchor tag, sir.
Yeah, anchor tag. So with the help of anchor tag, we was road moving, we was navigating from one page to another page. Gallery, then contact, contact. Yeah, let it to be. So suppose you have to move from home page to gallery page. You was clicking that gallery button and then you was navigating from that to that page. If you want again to home page, you was clicking on the home button. So with the help of anchor tag, we was moving from one page to another page. So how we was writing code in the case of the HTML for moving from one page to another page? We was writing anchor tag, correct? And then what we was passing here? href equal to some address. And outside we was writing anything or not? So we have to write home and then we was closing that anchor tag, correct? Anyone having doubt in this one? So like this type we was creating what route, or means there we was not using the word route. So we was creating the navigation bar. We was using the word navigation bar. Means with the help of that anchor tag, we was moving from one page to another page. Same concept is available in the Angular, but that is not with the help of anchor tag or with navigation bar. We are using the term or the Angular side, that is a routing. Okay, so routing will do the same activity which we are doing with the help of the anchor tag. But what it will do, how we will configure, let's see. So in the normal HTML, not in the front end application, what term we are using? Is that single page application or multiple page? In the normal HTML or any other languages, we are using the concept of pages, correct? So suppose home page, what we are doing? This is your home page, this is your gallery page, and this is your contact page. So if you want home page, what we are doing? So what we are doing? We are taking this address and we are passing in the href, home address. We want a gallery. What we doing? We taking that address and we passing in the href. And then same thing we are doing for the contact. Correct or not? We were doing this or not? So, but in the case of Angular, is that single page means is that there any page concept or what? What is the concept in the Angular side?
Single page application.
That's a single page. Okay, but how we are moving from, suppose we have to move from home to gallery, gallery to contact, how we will move? So what we will do here?
Routing.
Okay, so what we are doing, we are creating page or we are creating component, home component, gallery component, contact, like that, correct? So we are not creating pages, we are creating the component. Mute. So we are creating the component. So just imagine this is our one component, this is our another component, and this is our another component. And suppose that we requested for the home component. So what is this page? This is index.html, correct? And if we requested for the home, gallery, or contact any pages, how it will work? Any idea? What are you thinking? Just imagine, whether correct or not, that's not the matter. But what you were thinking? This is your home component. Same thing here. GALLER by gallery component. So same type like here. CONTACT contact component, like that, three component. Suppose be clicking on the home component, then what will happen? What will happen internally? What are you thinking? No idea?
Sir, actually, firstly, in index.html, we are going to pass that app component selector, and inside the app component HTML, we are going to pass home selector, sir. Then only it will
Okay.
be work, sir.
Okay. So now suppose we don't know the routing concept. Okay. Then how we are loading, suppose your home, gallery, or contact? How we was loading?
The selector, with the help of selector.
With the help of selector, correct? So same thing, what we will do means, just now imagine somewhat that suppose if you requested a home, okay, so what will happen? We are clicking somewhere home on the navigation bar, we will get the button of the home, and when we will click, what will happen? Home component will load here on the index.html. Is this correct or not?
Yes, sir.
If we will click on the gallery, what will happen? Gallery component will load on the this page, correct?
Yes,
Same
sir.
type contact page will load. Everybody getting?
Yes, sir.
What about others? Getting or not? So
Yes,
when we
sir.
will click, we don't know what is going internally, but from the means say from the UI side, or we can tell from the top view, what we will observe? We will observe like that, that when we clicked on the home component loaded, because we have only one page, that is index.html. We have no any we have no multiple page concept. So what we have concept? We have concept of the component. So each time whatever you will requested, that we are requesting of that particular component, not the pages. So when we requesting the particular component, what will happen? That particular particular component will load, okay? But what about the page? Page will be only one, correct or not? Because we have only one
Yes.
page, that's index.html. So that's why we are telling single page application. So I think you got the overall idea from the top level, that what will happen, but we don't know the internal flow, that how it's working. Had you got somewhat that how it working? Then how it will work in our case also, component based application? Because in multiple page application, we know that this anchor tag, it will be multiple time, 5 pages, 5 times. So on each click, that index.html, page.html, sorry, home home.html, gallery.html, whatever page we are requesting, that page will get loaded. But here in the case of the component based application, whatever component we are requesting, whatever component we are requesting, that component will load. Suppose we requested gallery component, gallery will load. And when we gallery will come, maybe this component will be not available there, because we are requested for the gallery. Suppose when contact will come, this both will be gone, because we will be requested for the contact. Just imagine, just imagine of the multiple page concept. If a home, If you are requesting for the home, which page you getting? You getting only home page. But suppose you will request for the gallery. What will happen? This page will get destroyed and you will get one gallery page.
Yes, yes,
Correct? We
yes,
will
sir.
get a gallery page. But suppose we are requesting for the contact. This page will gone and we will get one contact page. Complete new page. Correct? So same type in the case of component also, we will get the component, not the page, because page is only one single page. That's a index.html. So let's see what will happen internally and what are the some terms we will get in this case. Okay. So routing. With the help of routing, we can move from one part of the application to another part or one view to another view. Is it clear? This line, as like in the I mean say single page, multiple page application. When there was a navigation bar, when it was multiple page application, we requested something like we had requested for the home, then we requested for the contact, then we requested for the gallery. Okay, so as per our request, home, contact, gallery, what we getting? We getting that particular page, home page, contact page, gallery page. And what is happening there? Actually, we are moving from one page to another page. But same thing in the case of our Angular concept, that with the help of routing, we are moving from one part of the application to the another part, or from one view to another view. Which was that Angular based application? Websites,
Angular.
Angular. Okay, go to Angular official website. Let's say. So see, when we clicking on documents, what happened? URL got changed and this completed data got changed. When we are resources, this complete data getting changed. Events, complete data getting changed. Okay, this website itself got reloaded. Okay, so what is happening? We are moving, we are navigating from one page to another page or one view to the another view. That is happening. So that is known as the Angular routing. So Angular is component based. So there are multiple component and single page. When user clicking on the link, any link like a home, contact, gallery, anything like here itself, when we are clicking on any link, what is happening? Router will load component on index.html file, because we have only one file, we have only one page, that is index.html page. So it will load on the index.html page without loading of the page. Means if we are clicking on the resources, let's see, we got the data, but page is as usual. But when we clicking on the event, this URL will get reload. Let's see. No, it's okay. Now see, its URL is getting loaded. Got it? Because this is not belonging to the Angular application. This belonging to some other page. Now see, Angular 14 version 14 is now available. Okay, so how we are configuring that Angular route? So when you are creating the application, so that time you know what message you are getting. Some questions they are asking when we are creating the application. Any idea what questions they are asking? I showing you the questions. Wait. This is Visual Studio, Visual Code, accept, VS Code, Node. Yeah, when we going to create that application, ng new and project name. See that questions. First, as you will hit the command ng new application name, as you will hit the command ng new application name, you will get this question as a first. Would you like to add Angular routing? Yes or no? Okay. So this Angular routing means what? This Angular routing itself, which we are doing now. Actually, before Angular 8, okay, it was not asking. It was not going to create the inbuilt that Angular routing. We have to create them manually. But after Angular 8, with the help of while creating the application itself, it going to create that Angular routing. Got it? Second question. First question for the Angular routing. If you will give yes, what will happen? You will get one file. Where is that file? Let's see. This is your file. Inside this app section itself, you will get this file app-routing.module.ts. This is belonging to your Angular routing. Okay. And second thing, what is the next question? Next question will come for the which style sheet format you like to use. That is CSS, SCSS, SAS, LACE, or something different. Okay. So this much style sheets. If you want to use CSS, already we know the CSS. So if you want to use CSS, just we are pressing the enter button. But if you want to use SCSS, if we want to use SASS, LESS, these all are the CSS type itself. Okay, but somewhat advanced features we will get in those, like SAS, SCSS, these all advanced features. That's why they are asking what you want. So if you want SAS, if you want SCSS, this extension, what we are getting here, .css, this will got change, and we will get as per our requirement SASS, SAS. Okay, like this icon, you can check on the icon, it will got a change. So now what we understand, while creating the application itself, we will get the Angular module, Angular routing. But if you want, you can add the file by yourself also. But anyway, while creating itself, it asking the question, we can create that time itself. Second thing. So inside Angular routing module.ts file, what you will get? Let's see. This you will not get. Actually, this is my added file. You will got this file, this much only. Okay, and where you will get reference, because we had generated one class that is a routing module. What are you thinking? Is that reference will be available of this module anywhere or not? If this will be, if the reference will be available, so inside where and inside which array? What are you thinking? As like a component, if we are creating component, we are getting the reference. It going to export and import. It going to import somewhere. So as like that, what are you thinking? App routing module, where it will get imported?
In app module, sir.
Okay, let's see. Okay, inside app module. Okay, let it to be. Inside which array? Inside which metadata?
Import,
Import.
sir.
Import, because this is a module.
Yes, sir.
See the naming convention, app routing module. So sure it will be inside that module import section. Let's verify. So app routing module, got it? It getting auto imported when we are creating that. See when we had
Sir, can you explain one more time?
which one? This line,
Yes, sir.
this one.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when we are that generating that application, that time itself we will get this file. Okay. This app routing module.ts, and where this will be available? This will be available with app package. This all will be available with the help of the means app folder itself. Fine. Next, inside app routing module.ts, what we will get? This is app routing module means sure somewhere import will be available. Like when we are creating component or our module or pipe, we have studied pipe. So if we are creating pipe module component, what is happening? Those reference of that particular component is available somewhere. Where that will be? That will be inside the app module. So for this app routing module also, this reference of this complete file, it will be inside app module, and inside which metadata. So this belonging to the module means it will be available inside the module section, that is import section. And see that inside here app module means app routing module. So we will not tell this much lengthy name. We will directly tell routing module, not app routing module this much. Okay. Shivani, clear? Up to here we had discussed, not anything.
Yes, sir.
So when we are creating, it getting auto imported. I mean, sorry, auto created while creating the application, but then also be getting reference inside the module file, app module.ts. Fine. Next. So these all whatever is written here, we will get by default during the application creation time. When we are creating the application, that time itself, when it is generating this file, that time itself we will get all the code whatever is written there. We not have to worry. But what we will take care, let's see. We will go explanation of each things. So just to go through the theory part, the router is a separate module in the Angular. Okay, because that's why while creating itself, it asking the question whether you want to generate or not, because that is separate. If you not going to generate that time, it's not a problem. You can generate manually. Second, is it on library package? They have on library. Let's just see one thing. Here, this is ng module. Then second is the browser module. From which package, library, these all are importing. Browser module is importing from the platform dash browser, and module ng module it is importing from Angular slash core library. Okay. So next, this routing module. From where the routing module is importing? Which package? Just take look over that code and just tell me.
Sir, router.
Router module. See this line of code at the rate Angular slash router. Okay, so this is the package, or you can tell library. From where library in the sense like books itself. In the library we are getting multiple books, like that type itself. Multiple methods or multiple packages, okay, is available in the library. What we are doing, we are importing that, and due to that import we will get a multiple method like array dot, push, pop, shift, unshift, multiple method we are getting. So like that itself, that we are going to import our third party library. Okay, so we are getting router from the Angular slash router module. So it is in its own library package, that is Angular slash router. We will see in interview sometime they are asking from which package you will import the module, means from which package we are importing that router. So we have to just take care in the this all package. Okay, you will get the idea slowly, but at least somewhat keep that name. Next, we will import just one time. Actually, see what you can do. Remove this router. Okay, and pass slash and see what all packages you getting. So see, we got animation, CLI, common compiler, compiler as CLI, form, platform, router. This much packages we got. So we are importing from the router. And see inside this, anything is there? Yeah. So many packages is there. Upgrade, then IVY, bundles, ECMAScript 2015, APES. These all not required. But we want up to router only. Okay. So whenever we want to routing, we have to import that package. That's it. Second thing, can we make our app module.ts this file as the routing module? Is it possible? What are you thinking? Because both are module. This also as a app routing module.ts, and that also it's like a app module.ts. So what are you thinking? We can create that, means we can delete that app routing module file, and can we do all the activity inside app module? Is it possible or not?
Sir, it is possible. We can create our custom routing, sir.
Okay, so see what we can do. We can delete this routing module file. Okay, and what is necessary things? Which package? Okay, from these two that import section, what are you thinking? Both is important or one is important, or which is important?
Sir, one is important. Second one.
Which one?
Second one.
Second one. Okay, if you're thinking second one is important, let's verify one time inside app module whether we have this one or not. So component, this is for the component section. Let it to be that component. Then ng module, let's verify whether we have ng module. So yeah, on the top itself ng module is there. In the sense, this is not required in our app module. If we will add this, means if we will make our app module as a routing module, this is not required. Okay, next, is this available in our app module? Check whether routes, is it available? No, it's not shown any result. Means what we can do, we can copy this line and we can paste there. Okay, in the app module.ts. Then this section we have to paste, and this import section and export. Why we are using export? Anyone have idea?
For showing results.
Okay. Others, anyone? No idea? When we creating our custom module, what we were doing there in our custom module?
We will import first, sir.
We was importing and exporting,
Yes, sir.
correct? We were doing this activity there also in our module also. So we are doing the same activity here, because if you will not export this module here, then you will not get this routing module anywhere except inside this file itself. Got it? So that's why. So these all changes, if we will add in our app module.ts file, in this file, we will get that routing concept inside that file itself. So there is no need to do this separate. So if anybody asking you in interview that we can create our, means without making routing module file, can we do the routing activity? So yeah, we can do that. How we can do? These all import whatever is required for the routing. We will do all this inside the app module itself. Then second question, then why we are, if that is possible, means if with the help of app module itself, we can convert that routing module in app module itself, we can do that routing module, all the activity, then why we are creating separate? What is the need? One is app module, then one is app routing module.ts. What is the need of separate file? Any idea?
So for making easy things, for that purpose, we are going to create separate cell.
Okay, others? If my question is that if we are doing all the tasks, if we can perform all the activity, all the task in app module.ts itself, then what is the need of making one extra file, app routing module.ts? We can do all those activity there itself. Shivani, Praful, Dharmender, Roshan, Vivekanand. Why we are creating separate? Any
Sir,
idea or no idea?
easy to learn, sir.
Easy to?
Understanding purpose.
Okay. Yeah, easy to understanding, clean code,
Yeah.
and second, maintaining the code, maintaining the application, it become the easy, correct? Because if you have to do any activity of the routing related, what you will do? You will directly jump in the routing module.ts file, because you know that you had kept all the routing task, all the routing concept in this module itself, not in the app module. Otherwise, what will happen? In the app module, you can see now itself, we have more number of the component, then directives, then pipe. Many things is available here. It become too much a tedious task, correct? Because a line of code, you can imagine now itself this 35 line. If we will add, suppose in our application, 50 routings are required, means 50 routing we will add in this file itself. It become too much lengthy. Okay, so for maintaining that application in proper structure, we are doing this whole activity. Got it? Clear or having any doubt? Okay, so what we will do, we will import whatever we want in the routing. It activates all the required Angular component and navigate to URL without page load. This line of concept we already discussed. Okay, but we will see. Due to router, what it is going to do, it has some features that it will auto update the history of the browser. What means this history of the browser? Any idea? Who will explain this? Router will also update history of the browser. Any idea or no idea?
In browser history, all data is available, sir. What I search in browser, that all things.
Okay, so what will happen actually? Means what is the benefit?
That what we see in that page, it's all also updated in that, sir. After
Sir, means you open next page and you close this page and can be means showing the history of the browser.
Okay,
its data available,
means you telling regarding this history. Where is that? How we will get? Yeah, this history, correct?
yes, sir.
Okay, see that what is history. This navigation bar button is there. Okay, if you whatever means, see, first we will reload this page. Previously on which page B was, just click this one where it came on the resource. Click again where we came documents, means we had opened this all pages. Click that again, we had came on the resource. Now go right side. Got it? This means the history. This browser getting automatic save that on which page you had moved, what all page you had opened. Okay, when you will navigate with the help of this navigation bar button, left side and right side, you will get that page directly. Okay, that means the history, not that browser cache. Now see, there is no any, this button got disabled. because when we had came on this page Angular blog, after that we had not clicked any link. That's why there is no history in this direction. But in this direction, history is available in the back direction. If we will click, we can go back. Got it? Shweta, clear? This
Okay.
means that history.
Okay.
Anyone having doubt in this one? Clear? That is that history, not that cache file and that one. Okay, so this router, it will update the history of the browser. If user want to go back on the previous page, he can easily navigate via back button. Where is the back button? Back button is this one. Okay, back and forward button. So using Angular route, we can do what we can do. We can navigate to a specified view by typing a URL in the address bar. Means if we will create the navigation, create the Angular route, so we can navigate from one page to another page via navigation bar, or otherwise we can type that address also. Okay, if we know the path, we can type that and we can move to that particular page directly. Second, pass optional parameter to the view. Means these all are the different feature of that Angular router. Second, bind the clickable element to view and load the view when the user perform application task. Means we can do some activity with that. Handles back and forward buttons of the browser. Where is this handle back and forward button? That button itself, which we was clicking, allow you to dynamically load the view. View means HTML page. Protect the routes from the unauthorized user using the guard. What are you getting from this line? What you got from this line?
Sir, it is going to provide security, sir.
It going to provide the security in the sense, suppose this application, just imagine this one, anywhere login page. No, for this there will be no login. Okay, so suppose there will be login page. Okay, and if suppose that page only accessible by admin or the logged in user, and suppose you had not logged into the browser, what will happen? This is going to protect that route for the unauthorized user, because you are not the authorized user, you had not logged in. Then it will protect that page. Got it? With the help of a guard. Guard is there, and that going to protect that. What is the real work of guard in the real scenario? For safety purpose. Correct? Like at night time, they are doing their duty for the safety purpose. They are preventing that from the some incident. So that is the case, that here that a router is doing the same activity. So some terms is there. Let's understand the term. Components of Angular, that's become the module. Okay. First term is a router. Where is the router? Let's go to the code. And where is router? Routes is there. Routes is there. Anywhere router is there? No. Okay. So let's see what is written. So the Angular router is an object that enables navigation from one component to the another component as a user perform application tasks like checking off menu links button or clicking on the back forward button on the browser. We can access the route object and use the method like navigate or navigate URL to navigate the route. In the sense, what it's telling, router in the sense, this one, this object, sorry, inside that we will pass a different router. Okay, so as per our request, it going to call that particular router, particular object. Next line, what is a route? Where is that route? Not this one. Wait, what happened? Why it came? So next is route. Where is the route? This is routes. This is a plural form actually. routes. So see, routes tell the Angular router which view you have to display when a user click a link or paste a URL. Means when we are requesting for any URL, or we can directly paste the URL link. Suppose this URL docs. Let's remove this and go to that page where it going to open. It open on the home page, but we know that slash docs is there, so we can directly navigate on that page. So that is the case. Okay, so every route consists of a path and component. Is it map? Next, this is not that matter, but this is the important router outlet. So what is router outlet? So router outlet is like a placeholder, okay, that going to provide the space for loading the page, loading the section. That just keep in mind that thing only. We will discuss that later. Next, router link. Okay, that is the main point. When we are doing anchor tag, what we are writing in the anchor tag? What we are writing? We are writing
href.
href, correct? Href. And what we are doing in the inside the href? We are passing link, correct? Like index.html, correct or not? But in the router concept, what we will do? We will write anchor tag, but in place of href, what we will write? We will write router link equal to, here we was passing index.html. What we have to pass here? We have to pass here path. Okay, that we have to pass. In interview, what they are asking? They are asking the router concept. They will ask how you will configure the route in the Angular, because their main motto to ask not this line completely, their main motto to ask this line. Okay, because in a normal scenario we are using href, but in the concept, in the case of the Angular, we are using router link. So their main motto to ask behind this question is regarding the router link. So router link is a directive that binds the HTML element to a route. Clicking on the HTML element which bound the router link will result in the navigation route. Okay, the router link may contain the parameter passed to the router. Let it to be router link active. Then same thing for the active purpose. Then again activated route. Suppose here this is the highlighted one. If we are clicking on this one, this gone highlighted. How this got highlighted? Due to this concept, this activated route. Okay, the activated route in an object that represent the currently activated route. Which route is currently activated with the loaded component. That is the thing. Okay, then a router state, router link, parameter array, routes array, let it to be. Now see how we will create that route. And before that, okay, let's create some route, then we will get some idea. So for creating route, what we need? We need some component. We need some component. So we have already component. We will take that component. Remove this app module.ts, be not want. Remove this also, be not want. Let it to be. What is the component? We will take that component, e-commerce. Where is that e-commerce? Okay, so how we writing and where we will write that? Okay, so main question is that one. So this by default, this will be with a square bracket. Okay, in the array symbol. What we will do? We will pass one object here. Okay, and first we will write here path. We'll write here path. Then we will pass a colon. And here you have to give the name. Means name in the sense this name. What it came here? DOC. So what you want to display here, that name you have to pass. So I
Yes.
want,
Sir, as simple as that, we are going to mention a component name.
not component name, but it will be 1 second. Not component name, but it will be name will be related to the component. Suppose that which one I want to display. I want to display e-commerce. Let me do one thing. First, let me check that what is output of this one. And we will see. So, what happened? Nothing is loading. Oh, one error it's showing. Where? Okay. We had make something here. Let comment. Yeah, we got that. Okay, so we got the e-commerce product. So we going to display this section itself. So what we will do? We will create that component. What is the component name? First open, let me open that component. Sorry, e-commerce. Let me open this one and this one. That's it. So we will take, we take an e-commerce. Okay, what we will do? We will create one object. After that, we have to give path. What path you want to display there? So we going to display product detail. Product details. Okay, this should be inside the single quote because this is your string naming convention. After that, put comma. After that, you have to give component on product detail, which component you want to load. So give that component here. Okay, and after component, you have to call that component name. We will not import that much. We will start writing here itself and you will get that. Let's see. We got that. And just press. It will get auto imported. Fine. Now, what we got? We got a product detail here. And let's do one thing. And now see what we are doing. We are we are commenting that. Means there is no any uncommented section here. Now we have to get the data. Let's see whether we getting the data or not. So we are not getting the data. Check in the console. Is there any error? See, each time when you're developing the application, whether in company or whether by practicing yourself, try to always keep open this console section. Okay, because many times you will get the error. So that error will be available here itself. So that's why keep open this tab. Okay, so what we had done? We had done, we had given the path. Do one thing. Previously, how we had gone on this page? We had gone directly by typing DOCS. What we will do? We will do the same thing. We will copy this path and we will try pass here as like URL. Let's see whether we getting anything. So we not got anything. But one thing is there. One thing is there in the URL section. We got this URL. Means it is your. Now do one thing. Let's comment this line. And let's see one thing. Whether you getting a still that URL or not. Product detail. What happened? It's not there. Means now give that product detail. Now see whether you getting. We are not getting. In the sense that name is now not exist. Okay. So uncomment this line first. Now save and now check that. Now you will get that Now we will get that name, and that name will be available there. But we are not getting the data. Why we not getting data? Because something we had studied, placeholder. This router outlet means where I want to display the data. So what we had done, we added this one line of code here, means path and component. Where I want to display the data, I want to load the data. Previously, where we was writing the selector, we was writing selector on app component.html. Correct? I want to load data on this page itself. So we have to write here router outlet, router dash outlet. Okay, and let's save. And now see whether we are getting the data or not. So we got the data. Correct. We had not done anything. What we had done, we had just passed the URL. That's it. Let's remove that and let's verify. Are you getting any data? No. But now add that and give that product detail. And let's see. We got the data. In the sense, my route is working now. Correct. But I not want to load by this way. I want that to add like navigation bar, and then I want to load the data. What I will do, I will go and I will create one button or anchor tag. How we was loading the data? We are loading the data with the help of the anchor tag, or means with the help of anchor tag we are navigating. So we will do that. So add here anchor tag. So in the anchor tag, we will get href. But what I want here, in the place of href, what we have to take? We had discussed.
router link.
We have to take a router link. Let me write completely. Anchor tag, and then remove this and pass that router router, and in the link L will be capital. Router link equal to. Now tell me what we will pass here. Any idea?
Yes, sir.
So
That path name, whatever we given, we will pass here, sir.
so we have to pass the path name, this path name. In the case of router link, then how you will know that whether where you have to click like this type, whatever is there. So what we will give inside the anchor tag, we will pass the product details. Correct? Then only we will get that product detail. Now save and now see whether we are getting or not. So what happened? We got one button, product detail. Now click this button. What happened? We got the data. Got it. Now what we had done, and due to this product detail, we got the data automatic here. But suppose that I not want to go move via this one. I want to move via URL. Now see, we getting only product detail. Why we getting product detail? Because this is available on which page? App component.html, and which is loading first? App component.html itself loading first. That's why we getting this one.
Sir,
Huh.
suppose our navigation bar coming from another component.
Yeah.
So that time
So
we pass inside that section.
wait, we will come on that. So you can load this page name, means this anchor tag, anywhere. It's not the matter, but matter is that on which page you want to load your data. Okay, I want to load our data on app component.html. So I had placed this router outlet here itself. Wherever you want, you can place this router outlet. And because router outlet is like a space. Now see, just comment this line. What are you thinking? You will get the data. What is your expectation? Let's see what we getting. So we will get the product detail button. We are getting that. But if you will click, you will get that this path also in the URL. But we are not getting the data. Why? Because router outlet is not there. Because router outlet is a placeholder which providing you the space where you have to load the data. Got my point?
Sir, line number 29, we can pass to another component also, sir.
Anywhere. It's not the issue.
But outlet is there.
Yeah. And outlet not only here. Okay. Outlet on which page you want to load the data. Got it? Suppose now I loading the data on app component.html. So my router outlet is available here because we are providing a space to load the component on app component.html page. Okay, so that's why we had passed router outlet on this page itself. If we want on some other page, we will pass there. And but we have to take care one thing, that whether our component is reaching up to there or not. That is also the secondary thing, because this router outlet, if that will be not the part of that section, it will give you error due to the module, because module will be the part. That's not an issue. When you will get the error, na, that time we will see. Let it to be. You will just try wherever you want in the other component or wherever. You can try that. Okay. When you will get error, we will resolve. Then you will get that idea. But what we done here? We had done total how many steps? This is your router, okay? But how many steps we had done? We had done first step. Which one? App routing module.ts. Here we had defined the path and component. Which component you want to load? Then second, on HTML page, we had defined routing anchor tag, and then we had defined the router outlet. This thing. Now we will add somewhat more routing. This is only one. I want more routing. Where is that? Previously we had designed that component. Event binding pipe was there. Gender pipe component. Yeah. Let's say take this one. How to write? First we will write path colon, and in the gender what we was doing there? Person detail something. Person. One thing, take care. This naming convention. Okay. If you writing here a capital or a small whatever, same thing should be there also. Otherwise you will get error. Here we will pass component. So which component? Gender pipe. Oh, this came pipe only. Gender pipe component I want. Now see. So we had seen one way of adding this route. There is another way also that we can write. We can add that with the help of a property binding type. So what we can do? We can take that anchor tag. Okay. Remove this href and pass here router link, and remove this router name, and now pass the square bracket here. Okay, and give the inside the this single quote. And what we are doing? We are taking person detail and take this path and pass in the router link and give here now. Person details. What you thinking? One more time router outlet we have to pass, or is it will work? Because we added two router link. So what you thinking? That router outlet 1 is enough or we have to pass one more time?
1 is enough.
1 is enough. Let's see. Don't think this is free of cost, so we will write multiple times. Okay. So we got here, one is person detail, product detail, and one is person detail. Let's do one thing. Write this with div tag. Now be getting two data. One is product detail and one is person detail. But remove this, whatever URL we got here. Let's say load normally. So what we got? We got two data. One is means two navigation bar. One is product detail, one is person detail. Now click on person detail. What happened? Person details, something miss. Oh, sorry. This should be also in the square bracket because the property binding. Okay, means outside also and router link also should be inside the property binding. Now click on person detail. We got the person detail. Now click on the product detail. We got the product detail. And now check that URL route also. This route we getting here product detail. Click on the person detail. It's changing. But what about the page? Whether our page is also loading or just component is switching? Our component is switching. Otherwise, if page have to load, then this refresh button have to. Okay, but our page is not loading, just component is loading, and whatever data we are requesting, it going to triggering that one, it going to switching that data. Now with the help of a router, already we had learned that it going to maintain the history. Click that this button. How many time you had switched, you will get that. Getting it, maintaining the history also. Clear? Next thing, this router outlet, how many page we can write? One page is this one and second page is this one, property binding type. This type we can add. But let's do one thing. So this type we can add our route. Okay, something is there. But how the router is working internally? Actually, let's add somewhat more router. Then we will get some idea. Path. Any component we had created. What we had? Track by switch routing. Two-way binding also we had done. Let it to be. Path. In two-way binding, what we had done? Form, I think, form input. Form itself, form data. And take a component. Then TWO, sorry, TWO, two-way binding component. If you will not add in the routing section, in means on the HTML, this button will, this type you will not work in bind. For now, Dharmender, that's your task. Navigation bar which you had created, you have to do this. You have to modify that one. One more topics which is important, that is service. then we will get many things now. So now we have 3 route. Let's go. Where is that? Oh, form data. So it came form data. Let's see what is coming in the form data. Oh, nothing is there. Two-way binding. Then person data. Then this one. Now, how this router is working actually? What is going internally? Just learn this one. That will be last point. So see, I had designed something here. What we are doing actually? Can anyone explain the flow where we had make the changes? What we had done first? We done in the routing module, correct? Then second, which one? Second page.
Import, sir.
Import app modules in routing.
Import app module. Let it to be module, not an issue, because it getting auto imported. Next is HTML, where you want to add that, correct?
Yes.
So in the routing module, what we was doing? We was creating,
Path.
we was making object, and we was passing path and component, correct? We was doing this thing. Then what we doing on the HTML page? We are doing anchor tag and router link. These two things, correct? How many in the this routing module? How many path we had created and how many path we can create? We can pass multiple path, correct or not? We can pass multiple path. There is no any boundation. We can pass multiple. What is going on actually? And on UI, what is happening? See, if you will understand this one, then you will get the complete idea that how routing is working. Because in interview, they are asking this flow, that how routing is working actually. So on UI, what we are getting? So now itself, what we are getting? We are getting one product detail. And what we had got? Do one thing, copy this. This much we are getting on the where? On the UI, correct? What we are doing and what is happening? When we are clicking, suppose that product detail, what is happening actually? Will explain. When we are clicking product detail, what is happening? It loading the page of the product detail, correct or not? Is this or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So when we are clicking on the product detail, we are getting the product detail page. When we are clicking on the person detail, what is happening? Person detail page is loading, correct? When we are clicking on the form data page is loading. Means when we are clicking, we are getting that page, but in the top view, means on the, you can tell that a high level, this is working, but internally what is happening? Anyone having idea? Okay, this all data where this is available. On which page? This
Routing.
all routing module. Let's open the routing module and see one time what is there. So see inside routing module, this one, where that is available. What is this complete?
Array.
That is array, correct. So that is known as the router array or routes array. You can tell that roots or route, whatever you can spell. ROUTES, roots array. Got it? That is roots array. And inside roots array, we are getting this all path. Correct or not? This all path. And see, inside the roots array, we are getting this complete data, complete path. So what is happening actually internally? When we are clicking product detail, what is happening? On the UI, we are clicking, then this product detail, where this is linked. Any idea? On a router module, on HTML, or inside routes array? Where?
Yes.
Where?
HTML.
HTML, correct? So when we are clicking on this router link, this product detail from the UI, it going in the HTML file inside the router link. Okay, it going there. And what is written there? Inside the router link, correct? And inside the router link, what is written? Component name or path name?
Path name, sir.
We are writing path name. So it will search that particular path. Okay, so suppose here path is product detail. So what it will do? It will go to the routing array. This array. Okay, means not that array. You can tell this array because this is the array. Internally that is written this array. Inside this array, that router link will search. So what it will search? It will search for the product detail because we are clicking on the product detail. So in the path, it will search product detail. It will search for product detail, and it will got that product detail. Suppose that this first path itself is belonging to the product detail. What will happen next? Can anyone guess? When it will got this product detail inside the route array, means this path is going to match. What will happen next? What is written there? Second option, component. So it will load which component? It will load whatever component we are passing in this section. So what component we passed? We passed a product detail component. Correct? We passed here product detail component. So what will happen? It will take the data of the product detail component and it will display on the UI. This is happening internally. Clear or not? One more time, I'm going to repeat. Who will repeat that? Roshan, can you? Praful? Let's see. When we are clicking on the UI, person data, or otherwise just form data, what will happen? It will search on the HTML page inside the router link anchor tag. Router link is there. In the router link, what it will search? It will search for the path. Correct? And this path, router link path, where that is available, that it will search inside the which file?
Routing.
App routing module.ts. And inside which one? That is ROUTES routes array. And this routes array, wait, let me copy this data. Inside. So when we searching, suppose that we had searched for the path. What is the path name? Path name is form data. It will search for the form data. What is that one? How to move? Yeah. So it's searching for the form data. What will happen? This path, form data path, it will search in the route array. Okay, inside the routes array. So where is the form data? So form data is available. So in the path form data, it going to match, means path is matching. After that, what is written? That is component. So what is the component name? So component name is two-way binding component. So it will go to the component and that component will load on the UI. Clear or having doubt? This is the process of the routing. And this, whatever routes is there, this is known as the router tree, or you can tell that routes array also. It's not an issue. Go to the document. Let's see. So we are searching the route. Route search for the link. Okay, sorry. Router search for the link from the anchor tag. After that, we are gone in the routes array. And in the routes array, we have registration, login, courses, different. As like our, we have a product detail, person detail, form data, these three routes. Okay, this three routes array. So this will search here, and as it will got whatever matching path, it will redirect to that URL and display the data on the UI. This is the process of the routes array. We will look more of detail about this one, but up to here, is it clear or having any doubt? If
No,
any
sir.
doubt, if any doubt like how router is working internally, please tell me. I will explain now, but tomorrow if you telling, I will not explain. That is my point. If you have doubt, tell me. I will explain one time whatever you want, where you have doubt. Clear? So this type internally router is working. That when we searching, it going to search, it will search inside this routes array, all the path, and it will match the path only. So be careful regarding the path. If you will pass suppose capital letter or that S is missing, these all things, so it become the problem. So we have to take care of this thing. Tell me if you have any issue. Shivani, Sweta, Praful, Dharminder, Roshan, whatever.
No, sir.
No issue? Okay. Others? Shivani, Sweta?
Sir, uh,
Yeah.
uh, application name is same app routing module, means creating that timing engine new.
Yeah.
Uh,
So actually, we will not change this name app-routing.module.ts. Okay. No need to change that. But if you changing, then also it's fine. It will work. But if you changing means you have to change everywhere. Like see that here you have to change. Then where it will change? This file only. Then you have to rename this page also. Means it will be changing the lengthy process. So no need to change that. Already we know that due to this routing. Okay. Yeah, Dharminder, you were telling something, I think.
sir, how to work, sir, routing inside the routing?
Inside the routing. We will see later. Nested.
Okay, sir.
Right now we had explained just overall the basic concept. Many thing is there. If suppose a some routing is not available, then what will happen? We are getting that error, page not found, 404. When we will get those? Got it? Suppose we had a requested suppose form data, and by mistake somebody had typed something. What will happen? Got it? So we have to give the message, error message. So like that, we will look over that. It's not an issue. Any other issue? Anyone? But this was overall, you can tell that the routing concept. Whatever we will do later, those will be just like application type. Okay, in that we will see how we can configure a route different type. So your task means you can do one thing. You can create one navigation bar. Already you had designed that one in the CSS time. Okay, so please copy those code in the Angular component, not only for one person, everyone. Then we will see, or even you can do one thing. I giving you the task. You can create the navigation bar. Already you have that. You can take that code. You can paste in the component. Add the section like a home, gallery, contact, this that, and after that you can add that tab. Okay, like home, then you have to display the home page. Contact, then you have to display the contact page. Like that type. Just add that routing, whatever we had learned just now. Got it? Just you have to do like that way. And whatever student management we are doing, please apply that. If you thinking that it will be there possible, if it is needed there, you can check on the button that how we can make that routing on the button. But I will tell you tomorrow, but you can check one time that how we can pass that with the help of button also. Got it? Having any doubt, tell me. विवेकानंद समझ में आया or not? Sweta?